Are you looking to stay informed about what's going on in Madison without the media spin when we talk about liberty, justice, legislation, and government? Well, here's the latest news from the Wisconsin Assembly Chambers brought right into your home, directly from the office of your representative, who truly values his constituents' feedback and is always working hard on the issues that matter to you. Welcome to the Ramthun Report with Tristan Johannes. Hello, my fellow citizens. Today's date is February 12th, 2020. Here at the Ramthun Report, we strive to create transparency between our representatives and their constituents and offer a channel for you to get the latest happenings in state governance without the media spin. We often include short surveys after our report so we can get your feedback on the latest issues and make sure that your voices are heard. It only takes a minute, so fill it out or don't, but it's up to you. Together we will create a movement for truth because you are the ones who hired us to represent you. As Rep. Ramthun would say, let's get down to brass tacks. And this time, he would like to give you his thoughts on last week's recap.
Hello everybody, thanks again for tuning in for an update. Last week we had an expression about the joint resolution from the legislature that passed in both houses with affirmative votes. We had 52 to 42 in the assembly, and right after the session was adjourned, the governor issued a new executive order to basically create another emergency and an extension of emergency order 1, which is the mask mandate. We figured he would do this. We really did. The body, the caucus, the majority caucus for the GOP anticipated this action. We do have pending litigation on the issue of constitutionality and or legality regarding these actions of the governor. So the short of it is this: the avenue in which this has to go is through the judicial process. We've done everything we can at the legislative level, and frankly, it should have worked. But we're dealing with an individual who doesn't understand, respect, or honor, or abide by laws that require him not to do these things. So that's where we're at.
Thanks for that recap, Rep. Ramthun. We will make sure to give you more information on the situation as things develop. This week, we thought it would be a great opportunity for us to take a tour of Representative Ramthun's office just to create a little more transparency. And we'll help you to understand a little bit more about who he is and what makes him tick. So let's take a look at that.
What do you got? Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Hello, everybody. Let's start right here with the tour by the door.
Okay.
First item I want to speak at briefly is this wreath. This is an item from my lovely wife, Carol Ann. It represents Christmas, and like the tree, which we'll talk about in a moment, it's Christmas 12 months a year here. When you work with the Lord in your corner to fight the fights and do right, we celebrate that 12 months. So just a real quick snapshot of my bookshelf here. I've got my standing committee items down here with plenty of periodicals to read regarding the Legislative Fiscal Bureau. So anything about money, where it's going, once it's accumulated, is in all of these items. So if you ever have time to want to read something, here you go. It's one of the things I work on quite regularly. I also have some expression here about conservative excellence, my certificates for the position I'm honored to be in to serve you. I've got some 9/11 flag activity and Haberman 9/11 memorial stuff, and of course I'm a very spiritual man, and I've got some items up here reflecting that. I like color in the office. It helps foster creative juices for creative thinking so we can get things done, and that's what we're here for, to get things done. This bookshelf here has some additional items from the Legislative Reference Bureau. Also some more reading for me to work on regarding how language in bills is created and the bill data here. I've got some awards up here from WMC to the Dairy Business Association, to CISA 6, and also for the Associated Builders and Commerce building elements for Wisconsin. So I've got 4 awards, basically my first term, and I'm really proud of that. We're making a difference. Got to show the Christmas tree. Again, my lovely wife picked it out, and we put it up, and she decorated it, so it's special, and it's staying up with the wreath. It's a continuous expression of faith and appreciation. 12 months. What's an office without some flags? If you're a patriot in any way, shape, or form, you gotta have flags. I had this made. My son actually got this through his neighbor, and she made it for me. It's handmade, very attractive and very nice. I like it a lot. So that's hanging up here behind my desk, and it reflects my passion for my country as well. Okay, a couple items on my desk to point out. I'll start with the JFK bust. I became a big fan of John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy, particularly back in '62 when he ran point for the Cuban Missile Crisis. I think what he endured as a leader then reflects very well on what it takes to be a good leader. He dealt with adversities beyond measure, and he kept our country and our world from going to nuclear war with the Russians. So over here I've got some pro-life elements. Life begins at conception. I'm big on pro-life. A couple of things to keep me interested and grounded while I navigate through the challenges here at Madison. I have close to me on my desk as well. And candy for Tristan. Here I have a flag of heroes, which reflects first responders in the state of Wisconsin. I have my Bible on my desk. I take it with me on the floor when I go to floor sessions as well. Not committees though, usually have binders of activity there, so a little bit crowded for additional items. Trust in the Lord, big deal for me every day. And certainly not least here in the office, we do have the coffee machine for Tristan. It keeps him very happy.
It's my favorite spot to be.
Yes. So, and more color on this wall as well. Again, it's good for creative juices and getting things done, because that's why we're here. Thank you.
We'd also like to take a second to say that we're very proud of Tim. In that video of his office, we saw that he had the Wisconsin Dairy Business Association Legacy Excellent Award for 2020, which he was just recently awarded. So that's fantastic, because he always has strong support for Wisconsin farmers, and he always says, no farms, no food. This concludes today's Ramthun Report. Please be sure to check the links below for our feedback survey, access to Rep. Ramthun's Facebook and website. Thank you so much for taking the time to stay informed and engaged. And please be sure to share this video with your fellow patriots. Thank you so much, and God bless you and yours.